Good evening, everybody. Welcome along to CC Simracing. I'm Lewis Beckenham. I'm your commentator for tonight, and we are live here at the wonderful Nürburgring GP for round 4 now of the Aston Martin Super League Division 2. As first up on the list is, we've got drivers out on track at the moment, just getting a bit of practice in before we go on to the qualifying. Let's start off with, let's just run through and have a look at who we've got out on track at the moment. Let's have a look and see who we've got here. So we've got Nicky there at the moment. Let's give you guys some information so you can see some bits. So we've got Nicky out on track at the moment, currently with a fast lap, a 2:04.449. Quick lap there from Nicky. It's just come through the infield bit of this track down towards the long back, we'll call it a straight, even though it's got a slight kink in it. We got petrol bloke there just going through the first few corners, the complexes around there. We got Stewboy there in third currently. Going a little bit quicker as well as Stewboy. Had a really good race last night in the minis. If you haven't watched that one, definitely worth going back and have a look at that. Stewboy was on fire in the Mighty Mini race in the first race of the night. It was on phenomenal form there for him. We've got Hyper there in fourth at the moment, just come through. Looks like weaving side for side, warming up the tyres. We've got Fran there in fifth, just going through that long sweeping bottom corner. Roxy Dev there in sixth. Mighty in, or just in front of him. Hassler was there, but now we jump back to Ivo, who's in the pits. Then we got Villain there as well. Let's have a look and see if we can see where Hassler was. There we go, there's Hassler. So Hassler currently dropped up into fourth there. A little bit of heat haze there as they come down the hill. So the two teammates there coming through the corner, looks like giving each other a bit of a tow. As they come on up the hill. Oh, Fran, sorry, was that Fran there? The Froxy Dev there, passing a bit of an awkward sport. Let's just have a look at Hassler coming through these corners here. So So whilst we are here and we're just looking at what's going on here, let's have a look at the table for Division 2. So it is Myers in the lead at the moment. Myers is not racing tonight, so no Myers, so it's definitely up for grabs on who's going to take the lead here in this one. Hassler in second at the moment. Fran there in third. Stuboy fourth. Then Nicky in fifth. Froxy Dev there in sixth. Lime Liquor Jesse, I think he's away at the moment because obviously he wasn't with Craig for the Mighty Minis yesterday, so it looks like Lime Liquor's missing this one as well. Petrol Bloke there in 8th spot. Samaruto, who I know is desperately trying to get into the room. There was an update on his PlayStation and he got home a short while ago, so he is doing that currently at the moment. We've got Hyper there in 10th. Mighty there in 11th. Stuck on the grid. Well, so it's Ben Price, not Mark Price. Unfortunately, I believe he's missing this one as well. And then Villain there in 13th, who is with us tonight as well. So yeah, very close there. Obviously, I think Myers is going to drop down a few places, but the drop rounds are going to come into effect after tonight as well. So I think it's all on Hassel needs to have a good round here. Let's have a look through the chat and see what we've got here. So Jesse has put in the fact he's in California but still watching. Amazing, yeah, nice to have you here, Jesse. Shame you're not racing tonight, but as I said, drop rounds will come into effect tonight, so you'll still be on the same points what you're on at the moment. You'll just have that 0 against you on the drop round. We've got Mammy in the chat there saying hi Lewis and all. Yeah, hi Mammy, you alright? How's everyone doing? Obviously a lot of love as per normal for TNR. TNR bringing the noise as per normal. Let's have a look. Who else have we got in here? We got Daniel Watts in here. Hello TNR family. Yeah, they are like a family. They bring everyone along. We've got everyone in the chat here waiting for this one to get going. Radio guy for the win. Yeah, I've just done some laps earlier on with him in the. So obviously he's in the Division 1 race. There's some laps a minute ago with him, and he was quick. As you can imagine, with being radio guy, he was very quick. For Division 1 times were phenomenal. Really quick times there from him. Let's get back to the action on the track. So. Still got Nicky fastest at the moment. Great lap there from Nicky. Fran right behind there on the lap times as well. Hassler there in third. Petrol Blake just parked up at the moment, enjoying the view of everyone coming on the track. Proxy there. Mighty there, parked up as well. He's going to do a practice start. No, they're going to do a practice start then. And then we've got a few guys in the pits. Oh, there we go. We're going to do a practice up there. We'll just move it out of the way. So let's just listen to these guys come around. Let's pick someone at random to have a look at. Let's look at Floxy Devs comes up the hill. Right, let's get this one underway and get qualifying going. Let's just give these guys a little bit of warning. So we'll give them a 1 minute warning. And we'll get the qualifying underway. Get your predictions in for qualifying. Remember everyone, it is just a 1 lap shootout, so only 1 lap. So everyone get your predictions in. And we will get this one underway. I have obviously Samaruto is trying to get into the room with his update. I've said to him, look, you're probably gonna have to miss qualifying now, and we will he can start from the back if he manages to get in time for the actual race. So we will get this one underway. Let's get the qualifier started. Who's going to be the first to get out the pits then? Let's have a look. So a few cars jumped out straight away. There's a few still in there as well, so going to space themselves out a little bit. Nicky moving out of the way, but getting the pit lane penalty there, but the penalty zone is before the start of your lap, so not too much of a problem here. I have time to take the penalty and then get underway for the flying lap. Fran just in front as well. Haslett just coming around this complex well, just by Nicky also. Petrol Bullet just moving out of the way, letting everyone through, trying to create some space for himself. Stewboy there is the first car round, so let's have a look and watch Stewboy just warming up his tyres coming down the hill towards the really sharp 180-degree hairpin. Beautiful camera angle, just comes on the corner, back on the power and up the hill there from Stewboy. Villain there as well, just coming down towards this fast left and right complex. Hyper just coming out of the pits, and then Froxy Dev as well, just coming out of the pits as well. So it's going to be Stewboy, looks like it's going to be the first one to get a lap underway here. As it comes down this long straight, it's the bus stop at the end of this straight slash with a kink in the middle of it. That's the real interesting one on this lap. The real, got to get your braking zone right here. And he does that, and he comes around the last corner. He's going to start his flying lap here at the Nürburgring GP. So Stewboy that's going to take us through the first flying qualifying lap of tonight's racing. This comes down towards the first corner. We want to look around that 100-metre board for the brakes, hard on the brakes. Get the car slowed down, look for the inside curve, clip the curve, beautifully done by Stewboy. Back on the power. This one's a little bit of a tricky one. You want to kind of lift, get back on the power, and then feather that throttle through. A little bit of curve on the exit, tiny bit of curve on the exit, beautifully done there. Into the corner, nice and slow as you come on in. And then this one, you can really abuse the track limits on the exit. Get right out there, right out wide as Stewboy does. Beautiful out there from Stewboy. A 38.521 through the first sector there from Stewboy. Flick it in, don't want to run wide on this corner because it is gravel on the exit. Use a little bit of the curb, a little bit of gravel kicked up then, but you get away with that. And down into this 180-degree one. Don't want to go in too hot, want to wait for the power until you can see the exit. Then fully on the power, up onto the curb. Up on the hill. Is he going to go through flat here? It's possible if you get your line right to stay flat through the whole of this complex, as he does. Now into the sharp braking area in the 100-metre board, brake as you, and then get the car over the curb. Use the curb on the second part of the exit as well. This is another one you want to wait as long as you can, get on the power, and then catapult yourself down this long straight with a kink in the middle as it comes towards the bus stop. Around about the 100-metre board, you want to brake for this one, then you want to cut the curves as much as you dare through the second one. Aim for the bollard on the second part, but you don't want to cut it too much because you will get that track limits penalty there, but Stewboy does get away with that one. So Stewboy is going to be the first one to complete a lap. Here's a good lap from Stewboy. And that is going to be a 204.989. Fran comes through and takes pole just away from Stewboy. Then we've got Haslett is going to be the next one to come through. This looks like a quick lap from Haslett. What is Haslett going to get here? Haslett into pole with a 4.6. Nicky there into second. So Nicky in second. Mighty there has gone into fifth. It's Petrol Bloke coming through now. Petrol Bloke is going to take second. So it's second there for Petrol Bloke. It's Hyper is the next one on the track to come on through. Hyper just completing his lap, gets on the power nicely. And that's Hyper up in 2 seconds. So, just missing out on pole there from Hyper. And then it's going to be the Froxy Dev, the last one. Can the Froxy Dev nick pole away from Haslett? Froxy Dev up in 2/3, so it is Haslett on pole currently at the moment. Looks like Villain has retired to the pit, so it's Haslett on pole, just less than a 10th away from Hyper in second. And then it's a 10th of a second back to Froxy Dev, who beats out Petrol Bloke in doing some donuts, burning out the tyres before the race starts. Well, amazing job there from Haslett, utilising the fact that Myers is not here tonight. What a close qualifying that is. Such a close qualifier. Such a close qualifying session here. Stuboy's just driving round now. Should end in about 7 seconds to qualify, should, if I've done my maths right on this one. There we go. Beautifully done there from everyone. So let's just run through the results. So Haslett takes the pole position with a 204.631. Hyper there in second, really close there to getting the pole position from Haslett with a 204.649. Froxy Dev there with a 204.752. Petrol Bloke with a 204.762. Nicky with a 204.80. Fran there with 204.902. Stuboy with a 204.989. So 7th to 1st, all in the 204s. Such a close qualifying that one is. And then Mighty there with a 205.288. And Villain there, I don't know what happened to Villain in the qualifying, but Villain with no time set. Right, everyone, get your predictions in for the race. We'll just give everyone a 1 minute warning, and then we will get this one underway. So it doesn't look like Sam Ruto is going to make this, because he is only at 80% copying, I'm being told. So unless his PlayStation has a massive turn up in speed, then unfortunately we will have to get this one underway in a couple of seconds. Just have a look at the chat. Good luck, Nicky and Dave there from Dusty. Obviously TNR cheering on the TNR drivers, rightly so. Hyper obviously has recently moved over to TNR, so really great showing there for Hyper in his first time out for TNR. They're getting the second in qualifying, and right, so only just missing out on pole as well, so definitely something to be proud of him. TNR Hyper, you legend from Radio Guy. Yeah, massively. He did really well in qualifying. Haslett is no slouch either. But so, to be fair, everyone's no slouch in this. All those qualifying times are so close to each other. But let's get this one underway. Let's get this one started, everyone. Right, everyone, the engines are revving. False start check is in effect. Got 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. Anyone going to jump the start here? And we are off. It looks like a great start there from Hyper. Keep an eye on that because Hyper is looking to move up the inside. He has taken the lead just before the corner. He's got the inside line as well. And it's going to be Hyper looking to take the lead into the first corner. Nicky there with a little bit of a jump over the corner, but Haslett is coming back with the more acute line to get that traction down, and it looks like Nicky has gone through as well, so Nicky has gone up into second there. Hyper in third, Petrol Bloke in fourth, Froxdev in fifth, Fran in sixth, Stewboy in seventh, Villain in eighth, and Mighty there in ninth. I have saved the start so we can go back in a bit and have a look at that, but it is Haslett coming through the corner, the first one there. It does look like in the background Petrol Bloke was all over the back then of Hyper. Oh, Petrol Bloke running wide a little bit there on the exit. It looks like Hyper's got away with that one at the moment, but it is Haslett in the lead, followed by Nicky. So the two teammates here. Nicky will be getting a great slipstream there off of Haslett. Hyper there with Petrol Bloke just behind. Froxy Dev there just coming through as well, but it is at the moment, looks like it is Petrol Bloke that is all over the back of Hyper. So Hyper dropping back here at the start. Hopefully he can recover some of that pace that he showed in qualifying and push on and push back up to the leading pack, because they are getting away slightly at the moment. There, Hyper has dropped back Petrol Bloke a little bit there at this point. At the moment it is Haslett in the lead, followed by Nicky. Hyper there in third. Looks like we're going to have a move in the background there from Mighty going up the inside of Villain potentially. Thinking about it, but tucks in just behind. Oh, gets very squirrely and runs wide on the middle of the corner. So has dropped out some places, and Froxy Dev is going to take back that spot as well. So Mighty there dropping back due to the little bit of a spin there. But here come the leaders. Petrol Bloke closing back onto the back. Villain up into that fifth spot, fighting with Fran at the moment. Great first lap there from Villain, going from 9th to 5th currently. Fran's probably going to try it around the outside here potentially. We'll have the inside line to the next corner. Gets through, so it's Fran through. Villain gets a little bit squirrely on the exit as well. Stewboy looking there in 7th. Stewboy. Oh, nicely weighted there by Stewboy. Obviously knew there was contact. Laid off and waited for Villain to go through. Froxy Dev there in 8th, and then Mighty there in 9th. Let's go back and have a look at what happened at the start, because I want to see what happened with Nicky. So yeah, Nicky went right up the inside there, and then got up the inside of Hyper to take second spot there. Also, it's a penalty for Nicky, so we've got a half-second penalty for Nicky. I can hear the TNR crowd there going mental, as Nicky has got a penalty, which is going to give Hyper the chance to close up. So Hyper just there is going to close up on Nicky here. So Hyper now only 0.5 of a second behind Nicky. This is giving Haslett the lead. Oh, Samruto has just joined the room, but he is unfortunately 4 minutes late for the start, unfortunately, Samruto. Haslett there in the lead. Nicky there with Hyper pushing on behind. Fran there, Petrol Bloke just behind that. Villain and Stewboy still having a battle here for 6th and 7th. Fran there with Mighty just behind. But let's go back to the battle that everyone wants to watch. Hyper has dropped back a little bit on this lap. What's happened to Hyper? Because Fran has gone on up. Hyper has dropped down into 5th. Let's see if we can see what happened there with Hyper. So Hyper came round the complex. Oh, hit the wall. Has got front aero damage and front right wheel damage as well. So drops back to 5th with that. So it's Haslett in the lead, setting the fastest middle sector by almost a second there. Nicky in 2nd. Petrol Bloke and Fran going at it at the moment. Fran currently does have the fastest lap at the moment. Petrol Bloke just coming up the hill. Fran just all over the back of Petrol. Let's see if we can go on board with this. Looking at the insides, Fran taps the back of Petrol Bloke. Needs to just calm down a little bit and wait for the move to be on. Petrol Bloke clip in the gravel there. Hard on the brakes there from Fran into the corner, over the curbed, over the second one. Oh, a little bit squirrely there through the middle of the corner, trying to get the power down. And Petrol Bloke lives to fight another day and moves a little bit further away. Stewboy now pushing up to the back of this battle as well. Villain there in 6th. Hyper has dropped down into 7th with that damage, unfortunately. Obviously, Dev there catching up to the back of Hyper, and then Mighty just on the back of this as well. But it is the leader at the moment, is still Haslett. Stewboy with the fastest lap of the race currently. Get that power down. I think everyone's saying in the chat about the wind. Yeah, it is 5.1 meters per second. Coming in from, I believe that direction's northwesterly. But it is in the moment this battle for the podium between Petrol Bloke and Fran. Nicky is pushing up to the back of Haslett a bit here as well. So Nicky is only just there. Our team order's going to come into effect here. Because Nicky is on the fastest lap currently at the moment. Definitely in that slipstream there from Nicky. About the same distance between Fran and Petrol Bloke as what Nicky is behind Haslett were really fast through that for the bus stop there. But Nicky is pushing onto the back of it. Let's go on board with Nicky and see it from his point of view. Definitely in that slipstream now. Fastest lap of the race goes to Nicky currently at the moment. Definitely closing up onto the back of Haslett here is Nicky. So we've got Petrol Bloke there in 3rd, Fran in 4th. Fran looking up the inside there. Only 0.3. Petrol Bloke running really wide. Fran with better exit off the corner. Fran gets the power down well. So we've got battle on for 3rd at the moment, and the battle on for the lead is still 0.4 between Haslett and Nicky. Nicky is all over the back of Haslett there at the moment. Seems to be on this back part of the track that Haslett has the measure of Nicky, but then the first half of the track it seems to be Nicky that has the advantage. Don't know whether the toe is causing a bit of an interference. Fran has backed up the track more. As we see the battle there, Fran is looking, trying around the outside of Petrol. It may get a there in 7th. So has moved up place there. Got past Fran in 8th. And Villain is coming into the pits. Villain does have damage and a half-second penalty. So has rear aero and rear tyre damage. I don't know whether that's a collision with someone else or a collision with the barrier. But it is Haslett still holding on to this lead at the moment. Using all of the track and a bit more there on the exit of that corner. And getting the fastest first sector for his trouble as well. Fran currently with the fastest lap at the moment. So those 2 points are still all up for grabs at the moment, everyone. Do we have an instant further back? Look like everyone was a bit bunched up then. Hyper is still in 6th. Mighty just behind Hyper now. And then Froxy Dev there. Looks like Villain has left the room there. So Haslett there still holding off Nicky, who is pushing up again to the back of Haslett. But then you've got this 3-car battle in the background for the next spot on the podium between Petrol Bloke, Fran, and Stewboy is joining the podium fight here. Stewboy with the fastest sector in the 3rd sector there of the race, also pushing on for the fast lap. Looks like Fran is going to get the move up the inside here. So that is Fran up into 3rd spot there. So Fran takes 3rd. Petrol Bloke looking up the inside of Fran there. That was a little bit of a tap there. And Stewboy is going to take that position as well from Fran. But it is Petrol Bloke in 3rd with that little bit of a tap there on Fran. Fran's going to hang it around the outside here on Stewboy, which will give Fran the inside line for the next corner. Watch out for that cone. Don't know how that hit. Oh, and Fran has tapped Petrol Bloke. Petrol Bloke has run wide. Stewboy is just in the middle of this fight as well. Stewboy goes up the inside. This is getting very argy-bargy between all these. Stewboy gets really sideways there on Fran. I mean, these guys just need to calm down a little bit. Obviously, you're not meant to be driving into the side of each other. But Petrol Bloke there in 3rd, Stewboy in 4th, and Fran in 5th after all of that argy-bargy. It is still Haslett in the lead over Nicky. This is playing into these guys. These guys could battle away all day now, and the rest of the pack isn't going to catch up with them. So Nicky just pushing onto the back of that. Petrol Bloke there in 3rd with Stewboy just behind him. Fran just behind again. So they are all bunching back up again. Mighty there in 6th. Froxy Dev there in 7th. And Hyper there in 8th. Hyper's still with that front end damage from earlier on wall collision in the race. Yeah, at the moment it looks like Haslett does have the measure of Nicky. Fran still with that fastest lap. So Haslett comes through, Nicky comes through. Petrol Bloke still holding on to 3rd with Stewboy just behind. And Fran just behind that battle as well. As we approach the 5 minutes left in this race. Lap just coming on to lap number 8. 0.8 the difference between the top 2 at the moment. So Fran has got Stewboy here down the straight. So Fran back up into... Oh, Stewboy. Oh, collect, and Fran goes through the middle. So Stewboy collected Petrol Bloke there. Let's save that replay and have a look at what happened there. Oh, Petrol Bloke running really wide. We'll come back to the replay in a second. Because it's now Fran that has taken 3rd spot. Let's go back to that replay and see what happened there on the corner. So Petrol Bloke is there. Stewboy is here. And Stewboy just gets all out of shorts on the brakes and collects Petrol Bloke. No damage there for Stewboy. So it's now Petrol Bloke in 4th, with Fran now up in 3rd. So great race from Fran. Fran up into 3rd. Haslett and Nicky are getting closer again. This fight is going to go on all race between these two. Only just under 4 minutes remaining. And it is Haslett sets a personal best for that sector, but has got Nicky all over the back. Now under 2 tenths, just under 2 tenths. Don't want to get your braking zone wrong here, Nicky, and take out your teammate. I think that's part of the issue for Nicky. Obviously, he's on the brakes a little bit sooner than what he would be if it wasn't his teammate in front. So, last thing you want to do is hit your teammate. Nicky with a phenomenal drive there off the corner. Nicky closing up as they come down the start-finish straight. Haslett moving around trying to break that toe. Nicky is going to move for the inside line here. Nicky is going to go up the inside. Haslett is going to look and try and get the better exit though. Haslett does get the better exit. Shuts the door on Nicky. Nicky up the inside though. Is Nicky going to hold this out? And there's Nicky into the lead. It's only taken 17 minutes, but Nicky has taken the lead here. So Haslett now in 2nd. Fran there in 3rd, 1.3 second lead over Stewboy, who has taken 4th. Petrol Bloke there in 5th. Froxy Dev there in 6th, with Mighty looking mighty all over the back of Froxy Dev at the moment. Looking to go around the outside. Runs a little bit wide there. And then Hyper did come into the pits and repair damage. Might be going for a fastest lap push potentially. Clear the damage, try and get the extra points that way, get the 2 extra points for the fastest lap. There's Nicky pushing on currently at the moment. Haslett just trying to hang on to the back of Nicky. Fran there with a 1 second gap now, 1.1 over Stewboy, who did go purple earlier on and is still purple. So Stewboy there pushing for the fastest lap. Stewboy pushing for the fastest lap, currently in 4th spot at the moment, comes around the last corner. Oh, Petrol Bloke getting a little bit squirrely on the exit of the corner. Is Stewboy going to take the fastest lap? Does a personal best, but not the fastest lap. Nicky, 0.8 in the lead. This is going to be the last lap, so it's Nicky in the lead, starting the final lap of the race. Haslett there in 2nd. Fran in 3rd, 0.9. Stewboy getting a little bit sideways in the background there. So a 2nd in the lead over Stewboy at the moment, who has Petrol Bloke just behind in 5th. Froxy Dev, they're still holding off Mighty in 7th. And then Hyper just coming around to start his last lap. He's going to be pushing on this lap for the fastest lap. Time to go, Hyper. You can do it. Get those extra 2 points, get the fastest lap of the race. So it is Nicky pushing on hard. This is the last chance someone's got to have to take Fran's fastest lap away. So Nicky goes through the middle sector, goes purple by 1.3. Haslett's down by 10 tenths. It's not going to be Haslett. Fran's coming through. Fran is down by 3 tenths. Stewboy is down by 3 tenths. Let's have a look at what Froxy Dev is doing. See if Froxy Dev is pushing for the fastest lap on the last lap. Is on a personal best by up by 1.5 tenths. And then we got a little while till Hyper comes through, so we'll catch up Hyper to see how Hyper's lap is going. But at the moment, it does look like it is going to be Nicky's race. Just make sure nothing's going on in the background. I can't see anything going on there. Oh, Stewboy, half-second penalty. So it looks like Petrol Bloke is going to take that 4th spot back from Stewboy, unless Stewboy can pull out a second gap here. But it is going to be Nicky who crosses the line. It's going to be Nicky to take the win. Both of them flashing their lights. Take 1 and 2 for the team there. It's going to be Fran in 3rd. Stewboy has got a half-second penalty, so it will be Petrol Bloke in 4th. Stewboy in 5th. Froxy Dev is going to hold out there for 6th place. Mighty there in 7th. And Hyper just coming through. Can he take that fastest lap on the last lap? Because it is Fran with the fastest lap at the moment. Pushing hard for it is Hyper. It's a personal best, but it's not the fastest lap of the race. It's Hyper that takes out the 8th spot there. Well done to everyone there. There was some fantastic racing in that race. Well done to Nicky and Hazlitt there for taking the 1-2, and Fran for the podium position. And fastest lap also for Fran with a 204.038. We've got Petrol Bloke in 4th after Stewboy got that penalty on the last lap, which dropped back to 5th, unfortunately, there for Stewboy. Froxy Dev there in 6th. Mighty there in 7th, and Hyper round now in 8th. We did lose Villain in the race, unfortunately we weren't able to get Samruto in. What a race, everyone. Let's have a look at the comments there. We've got lots of well done TNR boys, proud of you. Well done on podium guys too. Nice one Nicky, well done. Well done on a tough race TNR. What a move Nicky. Some phenomenal racing there. Absolutely phenomenal racing. Do not go anywhere everyone, we do have Division 1 coming up. So I'm going to just pause the stream for a bit. Everyone go get yourself a cup of tea, and we'll be back in 5 minutes or so for the Division 1 race. Hello there everyone, welcome back to Division 1 at Nürburgring GP. We've got some guys out on track at the moment, so let's have a look at who we've got with us tonight. So, well, it's actually Audio Muted that's done the fast lap at the moment, so we all jumped in. So Audio Muted there in first at the moment with the fast lap in the practice session, a 204.669. Ripping to tear in there in a second. Just coming around for the team dump valves. Fan favourite radio guy there, just coming around the track. Really quick driver on the track, as I said earlier, did some practice earlier on. A couple of little practice sessions with Van, as we say that. Radio guy there in first at the moment. Louis just coming through there. Sprinkler is back. Sprinkler in the room. Jumps up into fourth currently. Jeppy Jensen there just coming round the last corner to set the first flying lap for Jensen there. Blinky's there in seventh, just coming round the top corner as well. Thunder Dragon, the surprise package from last week's race there in 8th, currently with the fastest in the first sector there. Robbie there in 9th, and then we have got Ivan and Walkie in pits currently at the moment. Let's just back out of here and we will have a look at the points table as it currently stands for Division 1. So at the moment is Ivan in the lead. So Ivan there in pole position at the moment. Radio guy in second. Audio muted in third. Jensen in fourth. Walkie in fifth. Robbie in sixth. Roberts, who unfortunately isn't with us tonight, is there in seventh. Blixham there in eighth. Sprinkler in 9th, Rip into Terran just following on the back of that as well. Louis there in 11th, TJC Gaming, who has left the division now, so there is a spot in this division now as well. Thunder Dragon there in 13th and Adam there in 14th, so I believe there is a couple of spots in this division, so if you are interested in getting a qualifying done to see what division you would go into, just get in contact with us and we can certainly look at getting that arranged with you. So let's have a look at the track at the moment. Looks overcast, it does. Looks like it could be wet, it does look like it could rain at any point. Let's go TNR. You guys need to, speak to Speedballs, the sponsor, and get some merchandise made up for TNR. Some TNR t-shirts. That would definitely, you definitely got the fan base going there. Let's give them the 1 minute warning. So 1 minute to the qualifier starts. Let's just quickly have a look at who's done the fast lap in the practice at the moment. Is Radio Guy. 3.797. Ripping there just behind that. Audio muted. Then Louis. Sprinkler. Jensen. Blinkies. HRT Robbie. And then Ivan and Walkie and Thunder Dragon in the pits. Let's get this one underway. Almost clicked enter then. I do not want to be racing until next week. Thank you very much. Everyone get your predictions in. Let's close down this table so you guys can see the action there. And we'll get this one underway. Remember, it is just the 1 lap shootout here. who's going to be the first out? Just saw a TNR car go past. I think that was Blinkies. So a few cars sat in the pits at the moment. So at the moment we've got Radio Guy, ripping to tear in, audio muted, Sprinkler just went past. So Sprinkler just leaving the pits as well. There goes Ivan. Just out, still ripping, audio muted and Radio Guy. Audio muted just pulling out the pits, ripping just pulling out the pits. So it looks like Radio Guy wants to potentially be one of the last cars out on track here. Here comes Radio Guy. And I think Walkie was the last one to leave the pit, so it's going to be an interesting one here. Who is the first car round? It should update the order in a second. So Ribbon to Terran is down there in 10th. Blinkies is just out there. I'm trying to find who the lead car is at the moment. So it is Robbie. So Robbie is the lead car. So it's going to be Robbie, then Blinkies, then Walkie, Jensen, Louis, Sprinkler, warming the tyres up. He does that in karting as well. It really annoys me because most of the time I'm just behind him, so I just see him wiggling his bottom as he drives round. Ivan there in 7th. Audio Muted is going to be the 8th car round. Rippin will be 10th round, so 9th round. Radio Guy in 10th, and then Thunder Dragon is going to be the last one round. Thunder Dragon right to the back there, but we do have Robbie starting his flying lap. Robbie coming down into the first corner here. Flicking the car around, getting the power down nicely. Don't want to clip the curves on the exit. So Robbie dropping it down into the first complex part of the corner. Nice wide line there. Let's see who goes wide there. So we've got Blinky's coming round as well. Blinky's going to run out wide. Now Blinky's within the track limits. Walkie going to use all the track a little bit more. Walkie over the white line a little bit. Jensen just wide a bit. Louis just coming round as well. Louis all the way out wide. Is Sprinkler going to use the track limits out wide? Yeah, over the white line just. Ivan all the way out wide there from Ivan. Audio muted. Over the white line as well from Audio. Ripping to Terran. Ripping to Terran going to hang out wide there as well, like everyone else has, pretty much. Ripping to Terran using the trap. There's Radio Guy. Nice and out wide there from Radio Guy. And then Thunder Dragon, are you going to do it? Nice out wide there from Thunder Dragon. But it is Robbie at the moment coming around. First one to complete the flying lap. Does look like I think Louis is caught up onto the back of. No, it looks like Jensen's caught up onto the back of Walkie here. So yeah, Jensen's going to get a massive tow here from Walkie, but could get held up through the complex corner. Thought about making a move, tucks in behind it. I think might lose a little bit of time here, but it's going to be Robbie, first one to finish a flying. To a 4.8 there from Robbie. Blinkies is coming through now. To a 6.4 there from Blinkies. Walkie coming through. Walkie into 4th. Jensen there into 2nd. We've had Louis come through. Sprinkler is going to cross the line. Takes pole! Sprinkler on pole at the moment. It's going to be Ivan coming through next. Ivan does take pole away from Sprinkler. 1.1 seconds faster than Sprinkler. Already muted into 3rd. Walkie's is parked down there. It's Ripping to Terran. Next one's cross the line. Ripping to Terran takes 2nd. Radio Guy into 2nd. So it's Ivan on pole at the moment by 8 tenths. Is it going to be Thunder Dragon the only one that could do it? So Thunder Dragon, where the Thunder Dragon takes pole. 203.155 there from Thunder Dragon. It takes pole away from Ivan. So it's Thunder Dragon on pole. Ivan there in second. Radio Guy in third. Ribbon to Tear in there in fourth. Sprinkler in fifth. Look at that for a shot of everyone parked up. Who's the one furthest away though? It's Robbie, isn't it? So you've got Robbie. But then it's Blinkies. Then it's Jesse Jensen, which is in ninth. Then Sprinkler there in fifth, I believe Sprinkler is. And Audio Muted in sixth. It's a Aston Martin car park. As you can see Louis doing some donuts as well. See if we can get some good angles here. We can get some angles of Rip and Terran's car being hit into. That's a nice shot there. If there wasn't smoke in the way. There's a nice shot. With everyone parked up. Everyone save that for your screensavers. Oh, Jeffy Jensen's just getting into the front as well. He wants to be the cover photo. And this one should end any time around about now when we can run through the results. Right, let's do a 1 minute warning to the race. So, results there. Thunder Dragon takes pole with a 203.155. That is a phenomenally quick lap. Ivan there in second, 203.247. Radio Guy there with 204.134. So almost a second off of Thunder Dragon. Rippin to Tear in there in fourth. Almost getting third there from Rippin. 204.147. Then Sprinkler with a 204.424. Audio Muted there of 204.789, Robbie there with 204.855, Louis there with 204.878, Jensen there with 205.010, Blinkies with a 206.421, and Walkie with a 206.473. Let's get this one underway. For round 4 of the Division 1 Aston Martin Super League here at Nürburgring GP. Get your predictions in, guys. So we have got 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And we're going to jump the start and they are off. Thunder Dragon moves over instantly to defend that from Ivan there in second. But it's Thunder Dragon at the moment coming through to take the lead into the first corner. Ivan moving out wide to try and get the undercut. Thunder Dragon runs really wide there, leaving himself vulnerable. Sprinkler taking out some cones there. So I don't know what happened there with Sprinkler, but it is Thunder Dragon. Then Radio Guy just behind Ivan. Rippin in fourth. Sprinkler in fifth. Just behind this. Jeffy Jensen has moved up into sixth. Straight away off the start there. Robbie in seventh. Audio Muted in eighth. Louis in ninth. Blinkies in 10th. And Walkie in 11th. And it is Thunder Dragon at the moment with Ivan all over the back. Ivan's got a bit between his teeth. Ivan up the inside, a bit late there from Ivan, pushes Thunder Dragon out wide but does take the lead. So Thunder Dragon down into second spot there with Radio Guy there in third, Rippin in fourth still, Sprinkler just behind him and Jensen there just behind that. There's a tiny bit more of a gap there back to Robbie. So Robbie with Louis just spun that and Blinky's in 9th. Here's Ivan in the lead at the moment with Thunder Dragon just behind this. As they come through the top part of the track, coming down towards the back part now with the long straight with the sweeping corner. Thunder Dragon with Radio Guy is closer to Thunder Dragon than what Thunder Dragon is to Ivan. Ripping there and forth with Sprinkler just behind, and then Jensen just behind this as well. Then they've got a 1 second gap there back to Louis in 7th. So field is starting to split into two packs at the moment, but it is Ivan in the lead at the moment. Oh, Blinkies has left the room. I don't know what happened there with Blinkies. Thunder Dragon all over the back of Ivan there. Radio Guy over the back of this as well. Ripping to Tearing, drop back a tiny bit from the pack there, and Sprinkler's dropped back a little bit from Ripping. Jensen there in 5th, just on the back of Sprinkler. Louis in 7th, Robbie in 8th, Walkie in 9th, and Audio Muted round out the top 10. Nice to see how close everyone still is on the track, everyone on the same straight pretty much at the moment. Thunder Dragon in the lead. What happened to Ivan? What happened to Ivan? Let's go back and have a look at what happened to Ivan. So Ivan was in the lead. So Ivan has dropped back into 3rd. So I don't know what happened there with Ivan. Looks like we missed that one. So is Ivan in 2nd now. So Thunder Dragon is in the lead. Followed by Ivan in 2nd, Radio Guy in 3rd, Ripping to Tearing in 4th, Jensen has got up into 5th, with Sprinkler just behind, Louis there in 7th, Walkie up into 8th, Robbie dropping down into 9th, and then Audio Muted just on the back of this fight there in 10th. Coming up into the bus stop style chicane here. Thunder Dragon commanding his lead here, pushing that lead almost up to a whole second. Has Ivan got any answer here to Thunder Dragon's pace? Thunder Dragon with the fastest lap of the race as well. Radio Guy there, and then Ripping Tearing just behind that. Jensen just behind that, and then Sprinkler just on the back of Jensen as well. And then it's a 1.6 second gap back to 7th. Thunder Dragon over a second in the lead now, so Ivan has lost the slipstream of Thunder Dragon, but Radio Guy is still within that slipstream range, but has got Ripping to Tearing only 0.6 behind, half a second behind that from Ripping to Tearing. So Ripping to Tearing is pushing up to the back of this front pack. Let's have a look at the chat. Stay with them, Radio Guy, you've got this. Yeah, he's definitely on the back of Ivan. Now Ivan's lost that toe there, just over a second away from Thunder Dragon. So Ivan's lost the toe. Radio Guy is just about in toe range. Getting a little bit squirrely there. Ripping to Tearing pushing on. Ripping to Tearing massively within toe range here of Radio Guy. Ripping to Tearing is tearing this up. So it looks like, unfortunately guys, it looks like Radio Guy is going to come under some pressure from Ripping to Tearing. Ripping is pushing on massively here. Fastest 3rd sector there from Ripping as he pushes on board with him to see what he can see from his point of view. He's only 0.3 behind now. Going to use all of the cabin a little bit more there, Ripping to Tearing. Get the power down well. Radio Guy's got a bit of a better exit off that corner. Thunder Dragon does a 203.332 there from Thunder Dragon, the new fastest lap of the race. Jensen there has closed up onto Ripon as well. Sprinkler has dropped back a little bit, so Louis is catching up to the back of Sprinkler a little bit. But it is Thunder Dragon at the moment, still just over a second, so he's not dropping Ivan at the moment. But at the moment, the closest battle on track is for this third place spot between Ripon the Terran and Radio Guy. 0.6 between them. Looks like it's getting a bit dark on track. See some lights starting to come on the cars as they come on through. Personal best there from Radio Guy. Have a look a bit further down the field. So we've got Louis there in 7th, Walkie still in 8th, Robbie in 9th, with audio muted all over the back of Robbie here. Losing a little bit of time as they come up the hill there, was audio muted. Gains it back though in the braking zone on Robbie. Up the inside, Robbie running a little bit wide, audio muted has got the move done, so it's audio muted up into 9th. Thunder Dragon, the gap now is down to 0.7, so Ivan is pushing on 0.6 now, definitely in slip room, 0.5. Thunder Dragon straight over to the wall to try and break that toe. Ivan's not even thinking about moving over. Ivan there in 2nd. Ivan late on the brakes, getting really close up to the back of Thunder Dragon now. 0.4 behind. Let's go into this view. Still just on the back of this fight here. 0.3. Really good exit there from Thunder Dragon. Ivan gets a better exit on that corner though. Ivan with a better line through that corner. Thunder Dragon got a bit out of shape there, but gets a better exit as Thunder Dragon. So compromise the entry speed to utilise the exit speed from that 180 degree corner. Ivan currently with the fast lap of the race, done a 2.835. Looking at the inside, Thunder Dragon gets the exit speed though. Is Ivan in striking range here? I don't think he's going to be in range for this corner. Oh, a bit sideways there from Thunder Dragon. Ivan is closing up. Now Ivan's in striking range. 1.5, 1.4, 1.3, 1.1. A 10th exactly. Is he going to go for the long way round? Make Thunder go defensive, get the cut back. Thunder gets out of shape and Ivan takes the lead. Well done, Ivan. Beautiful move there. The old switcheroo from Ivan to take the lead here. So it's now Ivan in the lead. Thunder Dragon now in 2nd. Radio Guy just behind. There's only 1.8 off of Thunder. Ripon in 4th. Jensen there in. Sprinkler there in 6th with Louis all over the back of Sprinkler. So Sprinkler there in 6th, Louis in 7th, Walkie in 8th, Audio Muted in 9th, pushing up to the back of Walkie. And then we got Robbie there in 10th. As stands at the moment, Ivan has pulled out a 0.8 of a lead and has done the fastest middle sector of the race. .9 there from Ivan now. Is he going to be over a second? He's definitely broken the toe on Thunder. Oh, into the gravel. 0.3 up on this lap. He's pushing hard, Ivan is, but has dropped some time there in the middle sector. Thunder in 2nd. Radio Guy in 3rd. Rippin and Jensen there 4th and 5th. Sprinkler there in 6th. Pulled out a little bit more of a gap there over Louis. And then we've got Walkie and Audio Muted. Audio Muted looking up the inside on Walkie. Audio Muted later on the brakes. Backs out of it. That was going to get very narrow very quickly. It is Ivan is only 0.5 now over Thunder. Ribbon tearing in the background, trying to break the toe there from Jensen. Thunder closing up massively in that braking zone on Ivan probably get the better exit off that corner. Radio Guy still in 3rd, holding on to this podium. Moving to Terran, holding off Jensen. Just behind Sprinkler, just behind this battle. With Louis just behind this, so 0.6 there for Louis. Walkie and Audio Muted fight still going on, almost a lap later on. Audio still behind Walkie. 0.4 now between the leads, dropped down to just below 0.4. Is Thunder coming back for another bite out of that first place? So Ivan with the fastest lap, but Thunder with the pole position. It's closing up in certain parts. Thunder's definitely quicker than Ivan, but there are certain corners Ivan's definitely got the measure on Thunder. But Ivan with the new fastest 3rd sector, so pushing on for a new fastest lap is Ivan, but that I believe would probably mean that Thunder is doing the same as well. Ivan, beautiful last corner there. Well, 2nd to last corner through the complex, pulled out 2 tenths there. Is Ivan going to set a new fastest lap of the race? Oh, just shy of it. Thunder there, just behind. Radio Guy just coming through, ripping to Terran and Jensen. Oh, I think there was a penalty in the background there for Sprinkler, I think I saw. It could have been Louis, we'll take a look at that in a second. So Rippin holding off Jensen in 5th. Sprinkler, yeah, half-second penalty for Sprinkler. So he needs to pull out a bit of a gap here to Louis through this lap before he takes that penalty. But it is Ivan in the lead by 0.6 at the moment. Just keeps on pulling out these purple sectors. Yeah, these times, Hyper's just said on the chat. Oh no, these times are incredible. So it's Ivan over Thunder. Radio Guy just behind this 3.3 off the lead pack now. Rippin and Jensen still going at it at the moment. Jensen just holding off through this, the 180-degree bottom corner. Getting on the power nicely. New personal best through that sector there. Sprinkler still with the half-second penalty and Louis 0.5 behind, so he needs to try and pull out another half a second if he can to cover off that penalty, otherwise he's going to have to re-overtake Louis. A new faster sector again from Ivan. So Ivan coming on through, clips the curbs nicely through that corner. Oh, on the grass, Ivan gets a bit squirrely. Is Thunder going to get through here? Thunder goes to the outside. Going to get the switch back because Ivan's going to have dirty tyres. Going to get a better drive off the corner. Is this going to be a change for the lead again? Ivan going defensive, got the inside for the corner, but Thunder is probably going to get the switch back again here. Just drive straight around the outside, and it's Thunder back into the lead of the race. 3 minutes left to go in this one. Oh, change position there between Sprinkler and Louis. Sprinkler gets back up the inside of Louis. Let's go back and have a look at how that was done. So Sprinkler or Louis? Sprinkler stayed in front of Louis even with the penalty. Louis got in front on the corner, but was on the outside, and Sprinkler just stayed round the inside. Out of position, so Sprinkler's still in 6th at the moment. It is Thunder Dragon under attack from Ivan in the moment, but in the background it looked like ripping to tearing. It is under massive pressure from Jensen still. So 2 minutes 20 minutes, so it's going to be this lap and then the next one. But it is still Thunder Dragon in the lead. Can he hold off Ivan for another 2 minutes and 10 seconds? Radio Guy there in 3rd, having a bit of a lonely race. Fourth in the moment, Ribbon Terry still holding off Jensen, been holding him off the whole race. Oh, my controller's getting there. Jensen looking to get past. Here, been behind the whole race pretty much. Ribbon Terry's been defending for his life this whole race. Jensen really close on this lap, so it's going to get a really good tow down the start-finish straight. Let's go back to our leaders. 0.5 at the moment between them. So I don't think there's going to be an overtake on this particular straight. 0.3 there. Radio Guy seems to be slowing up. Does he? Only a 2-second advantage there over Rippin now. So this is probably going to be the last lap for everyone. So we've got 1 minute left to go. And so it's Thunder Dragon still in the lead at the moment. Ivan in 2nd. Radio Guy in 3rd. Rippin there in 4th. Still holding off Jensen in 5th. Sprinkler in 6th. Holding off Louis still in 7th. Audio has got up into 8th. So has got past Walkie, who is in 9th. And then Robbie just behind that in 10th. Do we have a yellow flag then on track? What has happened? Radio Guy's taking the lead. What has happened? Radio Guy's in the lead. What has happened? In fact, Thunder has been and Ivan have taken each other out. It looks like Ivan has taken out Thunder there for the lead. So it looks like Ivan has taken out Thunder. Obviously, we will have to look at what happened in a bit more detail after the race. But it is Radio Guy has taken the lead on the last lap. Ribbon is in 2nd, Jensen in 3rd, Thunder's dropped down to 4th, Ivan in 5th, Sprinkler in 6th, Louis in 7th, Audio Muted in 8th, Walkie in 9th, and then Robbie a bit is Radio Guy in the lead, coming through on the last lap to inherit the win. Comes around the last corner, and it is going to be Radio Guy. He's going to take the win here from nowhere. Radio Guy in 1st, Ribbon takes 2nd, Jensen in 3rd, Thunder in 4th, Ivan in 5th, Sprinkler holds out from Louis for 6th, Louis into Audio Muted in 8th, Walkie in 9th, and then rounding out the top 10 is going to be Robbie. Wow, What a final lap. But it is Radio Guy who takes the win. Let's take a minute just to process what happened there. Let's have a look at the results. So Radio Guy inheriting the win there on the last lap. With the race win. Ripping to tear in there in second. Jeppy Jensen there in third. Thunder Dragon in fourth, which probably should have been, from what we saw, looks like should have been the race win. Now Ivan there collecting the back of Thunder Dragon. Sprinkler in sixth. Louis in seventh. Audi Muted in eighth. Walkie in ninth. Robbie in 10th and Blinkies in 11th with the disconnect there. And it was Ivan with the fastest lap of the race. But a phenomenal win there for Radio Guy, proving, you know, it's not over till the checkered flag, is it? Phenomenal race there. Phenomenal ending there to the race. Thank you everyone for obviously tuning in. Don't forget we've got the Championship and Premiership next week. So that will be on next Thursday night. That will be hosted by Craig himself. So he'll be back for that one. With the action we got in that. And then we do have, I believe, the final of the Cup coming up as well. So tune in for that. I believe the grids are now up for that. So check out on the Facebook page because they are out for that as well. What a phenomenal race that was at the end. Obviously, let's have a look what the chat is saying. We've obviously got a load of stuff on there. Obviously, TNR people going mental there for Radio Guy. Not inherited. It was a little bit inherited when the first and second take each other out, but not taking it away from Radio Guy. You've got to be there to inherit the position. So a phenomenal drive from him. Obviously, the chat is mainly just going wild at the moment for Radio Guy with his last lap win. So yeah, don't forget to tune in next Thursday. Do not forget as well to subscribe, turn on your notifications. And tune in next Thursday for the Championship and Premiership. I've been your host tonight, Lewis Beckenham. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to share, support, like, comment, get involved here at CT Simracing. As I said, there are some positions open in some of the leagues at the moment. So why not come and do a qualifier and see what division you could be racing in yourself. But everyone have a good evening and I'll catch you next time.